like to go over what happened last session?
We didn't play. But the session before
Yeah.
that.
This is opportunities for fading inspiration. Then that's a
where did we start off with that one? Oh, yeah, okay. So we started off in the room with the decanter of endless blood that we threw out.
That's a way to phrase it.
Am I wrong? Let's see. We then proceeded to leave the room and kind of were looking around. Torius snuck his way upstairs, was kind of looking around, and then we decided to go into this one room. Who and had, I can't remember what the thing was, but it did fucking charisma damage to Torius, and he's a sad boy now. He is gloriously sad.
And he was mean to Aranea.
Yes. But we went in there, we kind of looked in that area. After we beat him, we looked in this area. We found a dagger. There's also something else being surrounded by these vines, which we assume is the same poison as the one guy that kicked our ass. Then we decided to go upstairs. We looked around, realized that there's no real safe spot there. We saw a fountain, which we assumed was possibly good. So we scooted around the room, went into another room that seemed to have a lot of plant life in it. So we avoided the plant life because we thought it was bad. Then we got to this fountain, and there was an impending bad aura going about it. But then somebody moved close. And
I went to go investigate the statue, and something happened. A ghost-like figure came up and made friends with Torius, and then we had to make him a sad boy.
Yes. It was like a drowned one or something like that. Yeah. So we had seemingly beat the crap out of it to where we thought it was trying to escape. So Rock then shocked the fuck out of the apparently inch-deep puddle. I thought it was much deeper.
Yeah.
Broke a hole in the ceiling. One of those ghost guys were like...
It was stuck on a loop. Yeah.
Yeah, he was stuck in a time loop, but we diffused the situation by not attacking first, for once.
Mm-hmm. Set him free, I think. We think.
Maybe.
We think we set him free.
The foreboding aura disappeared.
Yep.
We were able to use the water to heal hit dice without actually expending hit dice. Then we kind of posted up in the plant room. We found some potions. Some pretty nice ones at that. Like a potion of heroism and other stuff. Let me see if we actually put it in the fucking inventory list. Group loot. We have a potion of reduce still, some greater healing potions. The potion of heroism, or there's a sharpness potion too, I think? I don't know. I think the sharpness potion was early, but still. We went through all of that, and then we just kind of like posted up in this room for the night, and then as we...
The dude, we think, one of the Edamokers came up to it. I know you're in there.
Yeah, he's basically said, take your time. None of my guys are going to attack. Whenever you're ready, come visit me, and we'll...
Yeah.
We'll have our little shindig, at which point everybody shit themselves collectively.
That was a pretty basic session. Yeah. There's really no, there is one thing I'm looking for. It was briefly mentioned, but kind of glossed over.
The charisma damage we done to Torius?
That's funny.
Or is it... The plants that we thought were evil weren't actually evil plants, they were just there. They were overgrown. That room is really like warm humid, which is weird. It's like greenhouse effect. We're upstairs.
There was a bathing sesh go around, you know.
Yeah.
What?
There was a bathing sesh?
We're getting closer. It's not. You're kind of focusing on the wrong thing, but we're getting closer.
Was it the
the
monster that came out of the water that made friends with Torius?
Wasn't there a statue that was like having
Yeah.
the water
Mm-hmm.
pour out? What statue was that?
Oh,
Does
that's a
anybody
good
remember?
question.
Just in case that's
Shantae.
the important. Was it Shantae?
I don't think it was Shantae.
I think it was
Shantae's
like
bread eaters.
it was something like Shantae, and that's why we thought that Elena would be best to go check it out because it was a nature god like hers or something. God damn it.
But I did say the foreboding aura was gone after we kicked that thing's ass.
Was it Saloon? Was it Saloon?
The statue was not discernible to anything specific.
Okay.
Boop. But yeah, we were able to use the water to heal hit dice, but it found like if we were trying to put a pot underneath it or something like that, we couldn't take it with us.
Yeah, it
The trickle would stop. The flow would stop.
Yeah. Like
That-
sort of sacred water.
Yeah.
There wasn't a foreboding aura. That would be misphrasing it.
Presence? Feeling?
That would be misphrasing it.
Evil?
That would be misphrasing it.
Oh.
The distinction is important.
Malevolent? Maybe?
Bad?
Quick, everybody, open
What
open your
made-
thesauruses.
What made you feel that way?
It wasn't. It was a cold wind. What we got?
Oh yeah, it was. I think, yeah. Pretty sure it was.
That's how.
It was a cold wind that suddenly
Hey.
blew out of nowhere.
Oh,
Shantae
right.
was
That's
giving
what
me
it
a
was.
warning
Yeah.
about it. Yeah, Shantae was giving me a warning about the thing that was in the water.
Oops. Right.
We don't listen because we're morons.
You all may have your fading inspiration.
Yay!
It has been a while.
Been a while.
You careful, you're dancing a line to lose that fading inspiration.
Oh. Okay.
What the hell? Joe, I seen that.
You saw nothing. You shouldn't have been out there.
I didn't move. Oh no. I can't unsee that, Joe.
What did you see?
I'm gonna say mistakes were made.
You saw
Is it our impending death?
TPK?
Yep. Impending death. That's it.
I missed that Tarask token.
No, you'll see it in a
Did you
second.
guys-
It's fine.
Speaking of Tarask, you guys see the latest episode of Critical Role where Sam had that Tarask mini? And by mini, it was like this fucking big.
I have not seen the latest episodes of Critical Role, no.
Oh, that Tarask mini was beautiful. So cool. Anyhow.
Your charisma damage restores. Torius.
Yay!
Oh,
You don't have to
Still
talk
love-
like Eeyore now.
Why do I have 0
Longer
HP?
sample.
hell was
That sounds like a thing between you and D&D Beyond.
Okay, because it was 32 like a second ago. Just saying. I'm like, I was just worried in case you like killed me in the middle of the night or something.
That's fine.
Hey.
The death spiral begins
You
now.
wake up and Arania is dead. Wait, what? You now get to roll a new character. Fuck. You really wanted to play
I know.
Constance, so I gave you a reason to.
So we did a full long rest, right? Or was that from a short rest? I know we short rested and blew a bunch of hit dice.
I think we're long
short
resting.
Yeah, we short rested before because I have 3 hit dice spent, and I know that's how I got my HP back to 32. So I think what we decided was we were going to take a long rest in here.
Yeah, we were gonna try to long rest, yeah.
Yeah, and then Mr. What's his name showed up, and now I'm worried
He's
about.
like, come out, wherever you are.
He said, "Take your time." He's working on the entertainment, the playlist, as it were.
But like, should we even let him do that, or should we go get him?
No, we decided that we should because we're not really in a good state. We've used a lot of spells and everything.
Right? Yeah, we shouldn't. Yeah.
Torius. Elena. Having the highest passive perceptions.
Oh boy.
Both of you give me an intelligence check.
Oh boy.
Torius.
No.
I'm whispering you what you notice.
Oh, goodness. You're really good at this, Elena, aren't you?
Right? Very good.
Well, it'd be good to get a nice long sleep, says Aranea as she stretches.
While he reads that, I like your yum cigarette bowl with cigarettes in it. That's pretty amusing, Heather. Yum cigarettes.
What?
Your picture on Roll20. I don't care if it's French fries. All I see are cigarette butts, and it just makes me chuckle.
Okay.
Yum cancer.
Well, I can change it if it's a big deal.
No, you don't have to. I'm just giving you shit.
Funny. It's funny.
Yes.
Okay, because I
You
have that
change
on
if
my.
you want.
I have that on my channel, so that
You
doesn't.
can't unsee it. You're welcome.
Oh man,
I'm a monster.
you're in a fucking mood, my dude. Did we ever discover what's over on these?
On what? Those are rags. They're kind of like skins of animals. But musty, and some of the vines have overgrown it a little bit, but not too much. They're mainly kind of like bags that are over here.
And this is a door, right? And
Yes.
This is a door.
Yes.
And we have both of those closed. And then is there a window with the vines covering it, like down this way?
Yep. It was kind of like going up over the table out to the window right here. Am I on the right layer? I am. Yeah, on the window right here.
Torius kind of walks over to the window and starts like trying to move the vines apart a little bit. Look outside.
Okay. The vines move relatively easily themselves. However, your fingers, even though they're gloves, you kind of touch into this fleshy, viscous, kind of almost oozing material pushing through the vines. It's really hard to really make out what it is without light brought up there.
This is something's covering over this window. There's no I don't know. Anybody have an idea what this might be? I guess maybe I'll grab a dagger and like poke through and see if I can poke a hole through the goop.
So as you take a dagger and you poke through it, the mask kind of like spurts out some blood a little bit, not like spraying like arterial or anything, but kind of like oozes out over the side.
Ew.
Uh,
And then when you pull back, it's almost like cutting into skin and just kind of peels back over the window again.
well, it might be something magical. Like, could I investigate it or do an Arcana check on it or something?
You'd have to get up on the table and take a look at it as well, yeah.
Sure.
But you could.
I'll climb up there in my skirts. And...
Okay. Go ahead and give me a. Give me Arcana check. Based off of your experiences in the past and what schooling that you've had, is that you've seen before summoned flesh, and this uses some experiments mainly, just kind of like a plaything of summoning. Not really too practical, as summoned flesh really doesn't have much of a purpose. Doesn't really carry in the components of living matter and some of the darker arts. It's just kind of more of summoned from some demi-planes of flesh that just... There's a whole bunch of not interesting but terrible things out there. This seems to be, unless there's some entity on the outside that is laying against this window not caring, summoned flesh.
Yes, well, it's, apparently it's, I guess, summoned flesh, probably to keep us in here or something. Quite disgusting. The elemental plane of flesh, I think, is what I called it in school. It's probably to just... Ugh. Very disgusting. Ugh.
That is nasty looking.
Mm-hmm.
Could I investigate this door and see, maybe not without opening it yet, if there's any sort of like cracks or something or at the bottom, to see if it like seems like the other door is covered
I mean,
in flesh as well?
kind of taking a look towards the bottom and kind of like placing yourself on the bottom, you can see that there's bits and parts of what appear to be like the same coloration of what you can see. This kind of like material kind of oozing its way underneath, just like creeping slowly. It appears to be the same fleshy consistency of what you saw above.
It looks
Is
like
it
this door is also infleshinated.
I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna slightly open the door.
Okay.
To see, like, I'm gonna peek out.
Are you slightly opening the door and like looking through a crack, or are you opening the door?
I'm opening the door and I'm putting my head through to see what
Okay.
I see.
Immediately.
Flesh.
Rip Elena!
Immediately, what you see is there is what appears to be an interesting sight of a... Well, first off, all the railings appear to be gone in the center room. They appear to be stripped down. It's just kind of flat across. And what you immediately notice as well is that there's kind of trailing on the sides of where you're walking, the balcony, you could say, are these vines that are creeping up ever so slightly, like stalks moving around slightly, feeling. And precariously in the middle of this expanse over the main foyer, you could say, there appears to be an impossible sight of a chair. You can see the chair is being balanced what looks to be on strings, dancing, flickering in what torchlight there is on the sides of the walls, and there's a person sitting in that chair. A familiar sight. Seeing him brings your heart to a bit of a pause as you see Irina's brother precariously on this chair.
I'm gonna step out more. Daryl,
What?
come here. Look.
Kind of picture. Well, it's kind of impressive sight. I've never seen
The person on the seat.
kind of
Guys, I think y'all need to come out here.
I thought we were taking a rest.
This
you guys
is
have
an
finished your
important
long
rock.
rest.
We have or have not?
You have not. You have.
Oh, okay, cool.
Your rest went uneventful.
Fantastic. Never mind. Okay.
Ooh, who's this person?
It's Irina's brother.
What is he doing here?
By all means, I have no idea who this person is.
Oh yeah, that's right. You don't know him, do you?
Oh my god.
I don't know.
I'm gonna Aranea.
You're gonna
Should I give him this?
Aranea? Okay, I've never heard of that one before.
I mean, if it's her brother, yeah, just give her the soul.
Wait. Is this out like? Is there a hole right there?
That you can see down into the room below, and is completely overgrown with these writhing vines that you saw before coming out of that small hole. The entire room is covered now, and they're slightly moving around like feeling.
What's his name again? I can't remember.
His name's Ismark.
She's gonna call out for him. Ismark. Hello?
You see immediately the head kind of like jerks up and looks at you. You see there's kind of like a focusing into the eyes, and you see him like look between you, look at those behind, and you just hear a muffled, "How could you let her die?" And you see the chair just shake with the intensity that he says this, and then fall over. And the vines, sensing the movement, snap him down, and you see blood just spray. The chair and him are ripped apart.
That just made me sick.
I guess I won't give him this then.
Rania was scrambling through her pages trying to get to her dimension door spell.
The two lines of thread still dangling over there amongst the center and above this room, now more visible with specks of blood that have been sprayed upwards, glistening in the light.
So we don't let the vines touch us.
Yeah.
I can just get rid of them with one spell. But the house might catch on
One
fire.
would think. Is the entire house fleshy?
I mean, primarily looking around, the majority of the house is just made of stone.
Okay.
The balcony and the balcony itself and these upper apartments right here are made of wood. But the stone in that room, the bottom floor is made of stone as well, as long as like the walls with it as well. So the only part you really have to be concerned about catching on fire is what is holding you up.
I think it's time to go find Lord Edemacher, don't you?
Torius, lead the way. Go on. Come on. You go first.
Looking over this way, there was like another doorway out onto that.
There's this fleshy mass, what looks like be like veins and pulsating flesh, just glistening with this sheen of liquid, not blood, but just this sheen of wet, viscous fluid on the outside of it, almost like a heart. You can see covering it. There's this pulsating. Some of it's like its heart, or it has a heart in it, but the entirety of it's pulsating, not just one spot.
Is that the same thing I see over here?
That is.
It's Death House all over again, guys.
Death House 2 Electric Boogaloo?
Okay. Is there any way that I can squeeze past this area?
The path, while there appears to be like kind of like the vines creep up slightly, they don't really come up and like over an inch onto the balcony. You can move about unimpeded, it appears.
Gonna turn and look back to the others. You coming?
Aha, yes, I am Daryl.
Right, yes. Alrighty, it's just in a daze right now.
Rock?
Yeah, I'm here.
The door you see here is still, from this side at least, not covered with that mass.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over there and check it. Actually, Torius, could you get in front of me really quick, because probably need you to do that.
Have we checked that door?
There
That
was
one was
another mass of flesh just covering it.
Never mind.
There was a door over here too.
Yeah, but this
Recall
door don't
hearing
have
the
the
sound
pulsating shit.
I mean, around this corner. I remember earlier it sounded like a giant caged beast behind it. I will move up to this door and then like listen at it.
Make a perception check. Listening on the other side, we don't hear any of the kind of the wet sounds you heard before from some of the other doors.
That's glorious, Joe.
But you do hear someone that seems to be quite involved. Just humming quite loudly on the other side of the door.
Maybe we found a guy. From the way he is letting in.
Some sort of strange hummer on the other side of the door.
You want to peek and see if you can see anything?
H1 or H2 or H3?
What?
It's a strange hummer, so I mean.
Is it a like familiar tone? Like, does it sound like the Ettermacher guy if he was humming, or is that anything I can tell?
You haven't really heard him hum before, and you've only really heard this guy, maybe this guy. You've never even seen this Ettermacher fellow before. But you only heard this person, if it's them, speak once. You can't really, it's hard to tell. Might be someone similar.
I would like to try and carefully open the door, quietly open the door to peek in. Just crack the door, as much as I need to see something.
Okay. Just move this ever so slightly. You can see that there is indeed an individual there. Appears to be a person. Man. Looks to be wearing some darker leathers, a cape, and you can see he seems to be holding like a goblet in his right hand. He appears to be facing away, looking over a desk. Seems very carefree.
If he's looking away, I'd like to try and open the door a little bit more.
Make a sleight of hand check. like a shadow in the night. No one notices as the door creaks
Yes.
open ever so more. Just move this to the side. Only Torius sees. You see this fellow is still. Oh, there's this what appears to be like almost like a library upstairs. However, what is immediately visible as well is that there are large windows, or what were to be, and there's just gaps of pulsating flesh rounding the circle of what this room is. And you can see this person seems unfazed by it, and it's over this desk, just strewn papers and books. And it looks like he's just kind of like hovering over one. It's like, very involved with what he's reading.
I'm going to turn back to everyone, give them the, and then, I would like to try and sneak up behind this guy and give him the what for in the back.
Ooh. The
What
good old what for, huh?
Before you do that, give me a stealth check.
Oof. Come on, Torius. You can do it.
He is the bat. I mean, I have a feeling.
You guys watch as Torius opens the door and slowly opens it more. As you guys are kind of looking in nervousness amongst yourselves, you don't see Torius anymore, almost as if he disappears out of view. You sneak up to this person. And what would you like to do?
Shake him right up the butthole.
Holding a what appears to be like a silver goblet in their right hand, seem to be not noticing you at all. The kind of rhythmic pulsing in this room of the flesh windows, it feels a little more visceral in here. Like each of them are kind of giving off like a slight tremor in the room, and it's unnerving, like you're inside of a heart.
I'm gonna just stab this guy right in the back with a dagger.
Well, before you do that, give me an attack roll with advantage, sir.
Sneak attack. No, wait. No sneak.
At 20, baby.
Come on, come on.
Shit.
No pressure, Torius.
Well.
Is there a nat 20 involved?
Is it now one?
Oh no.
As you go, you take a moment and you see as he's reaching forward, putting his finger on the page, and his body is completely stiff. You see between the ribs, right there on the other side. You quickly shift around and you stab right in the heart, in the most vital of spots. As you do, you see the goblet begin to fall, and you hear a as the image dissipates like a mist
Damn
in
it.
front of you.
The fuck? Damn.
I
God damn
had a feeling.
Like, it's too easy.
Okay. Is there anything in there? More in there?
How much damage did you deal to the shadow? I want to know how much.
It was a crit, but it was
Ooh.
not a. Oh
Not a good
yeah.
one.
Lots of ones.
Lots of
Oh,
them.
that's unfortunate.
I guess I'll peek back around the corner and go.
We did it! He's dead!
Before you do, you hear this in your mind.
Oh god.
Surprise, bitch! What if the fat finger saved the face?
Bright eyes.
Dude, Total Eclipse of the Heart is a fucking banger.
It is.
Fight me.
Right?
I love that song.
Me too. I want that
Guarantee
played at my
you
wedding.
that I've listened to that song 100 times more than any of you.
That's
It's so
only
good though.
because my kid went for like 4 years. My kid went through a phase of like, I want to hear that song at bedtime.
Oh,
Aww.
that's adorable. I mean, it's better than Baby
They
Shark,
need you.
right?
Yep.
They just need you more than ever.
Yeah. Do you hear
Oh, that's a
anything,
good
Elena?
face.
I'll look around the corner and kind of wave everyone up and say I saw an opportunity to strike, but it was fooled by a shadow. They know what I did, though.
Oh.
How do
You
they
guys-
know?
You guys can see kind of coming in here, and as he's starting to explain this, so that this room is like clean to perfection. Like below, this overlooks more books and kind of like a seating area as well. There's a decadent rug where this desk is, and this entire area seems to be completely cleaned extremely well. The only part that's like jarring in comparison is what is on these windows. It's just there's a
Where that
slight
gunk.
drip from them, which it just seems in stark contrast. And immediately by him, there's a heavily used written area, scrolls about littered about, quills and ink pots immediately, like already a quill
Oops.
sitting in there. There's books open. There's books on the bookcase behind as well, and it's a very well illuminated area. And there's also a chest that is next to the table.
Aranea just looks
Aranea.
around and says, "Can we stay here forever?"
No.
Giggles. No?
No.
She kind of turns and giggles, kind of like highlighted behind one of the recesses of windows, where it's like,
So many
you see this
bucks.
glint in her eyes.
Like, it's drooling for a second. All right, I'll just stick with the table, I guess.
Could I just investigate the room? See if there's like a trap door somewhere leading somewhere outside of this room that's not obvious.
Investigate the room. That's a very greedy investigation.
And investigate for like, I feel like this is his
Traps.
study, and there's a trap door that leads somewhere. That's where my mind's going. Is that
Oh,
there's a trap
okay.
door. And I want to search for like a trap door.
It's a large
Like
room. I will judge the investigation check accordingly. Make an investigation check.
Can I just investigate the desk and like drawers too? I won't forget the drawers.
Oh yes,
Fine.
you most certainly may. Looking up above, you are on an elevated position, rock. And kind of like it's looking behind the bookcase and kind of inspecting it, looking underneath the rug, and taking an immediate look around. You don't see anything here. However, you would have to go downstairs into the below area in order to continue your search.
I will very gladly do that.
Okay. Aranea.
Yeah.
Immediately, what catches your attention is that there is a book that is splayed out open already, and you can see that on the book there is this what appears to be kind of like a flattened, almost spherical in a ways, kind of like a lens, but it kind of comes down to this sharp point. Imagine like a heart, but only one of the crests to it. And where
Okay.
that crest is kind of like thinner. And like you can see even through, it has a bit of a hue to it. It's transparent. You see there's a bit of a chain around it, and it looks very mesmerizing. That is what immediately catches your attention just looking at this, and it's hard to take your eyes away from it.
I'll pick it up.
Okay.
And
As you do and you pick it up, it appears to be like just made out of straight ruby. This is, if anything, expensive.
I'll show it to Torius and be like, "Well, you could fetch a good price for this." Testing to see if he's back to being a happy rogue. How you doing? Look, shiny.
Yes, that looks like quite a treasure. wonder if does it appear to have any use beyond decoration?
We can definitely find out. I'm assuming we're not gonna stay here for a while, so I'll just cast Identify on it.
Okay. It will take a minute for that to cast. Rock, were you going downstairs?
Yes. I'm moving myself downstairs. Would you like
Okay.
me to make another investigation or just continue with the same roll?
I will continue off of that. As I said, there's a large room, and I will
Yeah, fair enough.
calculate the investigation check accordingly. Torius, are you going to say anything?
I was going to say, at some point, I would like to investigate the chest that was next to the table. First, looking for traps or anything like that.
Make an investigation check. It is closed.
Oops. Roll that damage.
That's fine. If I'll give you a reason for advantage, I'll just take the normal roll unless you tell me there's a reason for advantage. So heading down to the bottom, Elena, were you already heading down to the bottom as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can see no memento. I'm making sure I'm reading my notes properly. And here we go. You can see that there are, out of everything that is organized here, there appear to be like 3 books that have been tossed irreverently on the ground, just at the bottom here. Like whoever was using them had their fill and just said, this is enough, and tossed them. It's very out of place, considering everything else upstairs was like immaculately set up. As much as out of place as it's almost jarring as the pulsating flesh up above. Like whoever took care of this room, this is anathema to their OCD.
I was apologizing because I got called away for a second.
Okay. What's investigation check? Torius, that does not appear to be trapped.
Wait. I'll open it up.
Okay. Opening up is not locked either. Looking within, you see that there are about 15 jars. Cork stoppers on top. You cannot see what is in them. They are all lined up perfectly, taking up just enough space to be side by side each other. Very orderly. Aranea, you finish identifying the bloody tear. All that what you ascertain from it is that it reveals the way to those that suffer. If you were to injure yourself with it, taking a point of HP damage, you can use a perception check to see in your current room if there's anything that is normally hidden.
Ooh.
Interesting.
I wish Torius was still sad. Find everything.
Yes.
Just listen to the Cure all the time.
Apparently, you can prick yourself, and it will show you if anything's invisible or hiding in your room. And she just, I don't know, she like slowly hands it to Torius to see if he wants it. I don't know who would want that. Roxas, do you want? I don't know.
That's not Roxas.
Or not Roxas. Sorry. Fuck. Sorry.
The red-skinned tiefling from far away looks around and sneezes.
I'm sorry. I've had a very. It's been a long day. Okay. I mean, goodness, dealing with.
I am the from the side over here. I am the better looking of the two brothers. My name is Endero, but I will let my brother know you were thinking of him.
I meant Rock, of course, but that was a joke because you're a Hob-Goblin, and I assume your hobbies include, I don't know, stabbing yourself with spears or something when you're bored. She just puts it back down on the desk. It's been a long week.
May I try something?
Sure. What?
And
Oh.
I'd like to grab the ruby tear off the desk
Mhm.
and poke it into the flesh on the window.
As you poke it, and there's just a trickle of blood that comes out. There is a slight light within the ruby. It's like a dim light. Briefly comes to. Very faint.
Well, that seemed to work.
That's interesting.
No,
And then
good
it
job.
fades.
So there's something hidden in this room?
Maybe.
Okay.
I'm trying to find it, but I can't.
The top part, as previously stated, looks like a lens.
How about...
Maybe we should do and look through it.
Yes, no, I was about to say that, obviously.
Well, I didn't quite get what this thing was for. You just said I could poke myself with it. So.
Basically, what it is when you prick something with blood, what it does is it causes you to look through the lens and be able to see something that's hidden in your room. So if somebody was hiding and cast invisibility on themselves, you'd be able to see it.
Oh.
So if we poke the flesh, we should be able to see if there's
Would you like to?
Invisible here. I'm just starting.
Would you like to try it?
Sure. And she'll take the ruby tear from Torius, and she's going to, like, I guess, poke the fleshy wall thing and then look through the lens around the room.
Okay. Taking another look at it, and Torius handing it back. The end of this amulet, after identifying, it seems much more pronounced than you remember it being. Maybe just knowing its own purpose, kind of has a little bit more malevolence to it. As you lance it, the flesh that is there, some blood coming out as well. Once more, kind of has this soft crimson light emanating off from it. Not even really being pronounced outside of it itself, but almost like a eerie ethereal glow held within it. As you go and you look through it and throughout the room, make a perception check.
Okay. 13.
Looking around the room, nothing comes to mind. Nothing stands out. There is this reddish tint as you look through until you're looking down where everyone else is. You're looking at the walls. And you look at the desk, and you can see that there is this slight, like, not entirely straight lines, almost like small flashing lights, smaller than fingers or fingertips, on the desk itself before they fade away.
I'll point to the desk and I'll say, I saw almost like invisible flashing lights. I mean, it could be trapped or... Or it could be an alarm.
Could you show me where on the desk? Maybe I can look closer there.
Yeah, I'll show him where I saw the flashing line lights.
Okay.
I'll look
Would you
around.
like to make an investigation check with advantage?
With advantage.
Okay, our DM is in a mood.
I'm gonna grab some Ferrero Rocher right next to me. So. Oh
Ferrero
my God, you see
Rocher.
everything. Jesus.
27.
Then
Torius, I have messaged you what you have heard.
How fucked are we?
Do you have a sense of what direction that's coming from here?
Below. You don't know immediately where, but from further within, deeper.
Like below in the tangle of vines, or below like?
Could be. Or it could be further beneath. You heard it from... Make an insight check for that question. You heard it from deep within. My many walls.
I'll stick my head back into the room and just say, I heard something, not necessarily human, but it sounded like pain from pretty far away down below us.
I mean, there's a basement.
It's a basement.
Aranea.
Basement. Somebody experimenting in a basement.
Your spell finishes.
Mm-hmm.
So you do detect that all 3 scrolls are magical.
Okay.
You detect that the 2 pieces of glass with kind of like strap for the metal and the leather are also magical. One of the scrolls is transmutation, one of the scrolls is necromancy, one of the scrolls is conjuration. The flower is also magical. That is divine. Give me a second. I'll check that one. And the kind of leather, metal, glass contraption is transmutation. And the flower is abjuration. Now,
Well, that's interesting. So, wait, I'm confused. The mask was transmutation? No, or divination.
Transmutation.
Because there was 3 scrolls, and then there was the mask. I have transmutation, conjuration, and divination written down. I don't know if that's the 3 scrolls or if that's one of the masks. God.
Necromancy.
Well, the scrolls.
Necromancy
we
was
can
one of the...
read.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yes.
Necromancy. Okay.
Like, the
That
scrolls
goes
you can
there.
read and determine what they are, not necessarily just activate them, right?
yes.
Let's just
Yes,
read the scrolls, see what they are.
but the reason why I did detect magic is because I was using it to detect for 30 feet, you know?
Yeah.
I heard a rug
Yes,
and
no.
I was like, magic carpet, guys, you know? That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for, like, you know, that's the only reason I did detect magic, so we can do the whole room.
But the good news is,
Yeah.
none of the potions, none of the bottles are magic, so we don't have to worry about that.
Yes.
So then, if you and I each did a ritual detect magic on either the flower or the mask, that would cut down the time we'd have to do, and you could just read the scrolls and figure out what they are.
Mm-hmm. I could do that, yeah.
well, while they're doing that, I might pull out one of those vials and just see if it looks... Take it out and see if it looks like anything to me.
Pulling it out. It's like a thick mason jar. It's not a vial. And pulling it out, you can feel the sense and you can hear the many screams of one person in many different tones and shifts. And it feels warm. The mason jar of blood, unmistakably blood, you hold in your hands.
Probably fine.
And this is the screaming I heard, my standard
No,
Spirit-
completely
spirit
different. You
friends?
didn't hear this till you touched it.
Well, that's a lot of blood. Sure.
Well,
What's someone would need that much blood for?
I mean, who doesn't need that much blood?
It's still warm.
I mean, there's technically a lot of spells that you can use blood with. You know, there's. But if we wanted to take more time, I could read the spells and we could figure out what these items do. Or we could go figure out whatever that noise was. Although if it comes after us, we could just trap it in here.
Not entirely sure anything's gonna get trapped. That's not us. I think we're trapped in here.
Yeah, I guess while the ritual casting's happening, but at some point I'd like to head down and just check out these doors, whether they seem fleshily.
What doors?
Down the double doors that you said down here.
Oh no. It's like taking
They-
a look down below. Like they seem to be perfectly fine. You can even see like some light, like camp dancing through the keyholes. The other side appears to be unbarred.
Have a little peep through the keyhole. What does it look like is on the other side?
You hold on. Things might be a little different than what you guys remember. Excuse me. I'm rude.
Disgusting.
I know. Make perception check. Kind of moving side to side, getting all the angles that you can. It appears to be a hallway which you've seen down before. However, at the end of it, what you do notice instead, there appears to be a figure of a person that is kind of like just like halfway showing at the end of the hall. Although they don't appear to be moving, but they appear to be standing upright. It could just be standing really still. And where they're kind of like halfway through the door. Because you remember there being a door there. As to the left there's a door, and to the right there's a hallway of where you fought that thing before that put you in a very unconfident, terrible mood.
It looks like there might be someone or something down the end of the hall out this door. But there's one from what I can see.
Do we have time to take 11 minutes? 11 more minutes, I should say.
Yes,
I mean, we'll have our break in 47 minutes. Calm your tits.
No, I
Jesus
meant.
Christ!
Sorry, we meant for identify. Obviously.
Joe, look at this photograph.
No. He left. Okay, guys, I'm gonna DM Chris's Strahd for 30 seconds. No.
Hey, buddy.
No, no, no! Don't look at that. Don't look at the one note. Oh, yeah, that's the one thing you
I
shouldn't
didn't look at it.
Don't look at all the notes of the entire dungeon.
I didn't look at it.
I didn't look at anything. This is a
tried.
nice ceiling.
Uh,
That's what I do at
I can't-
Walmart when I tell people that their pin pad is ready. I'm like, I tell them that way I'm not looking at them to put their pin in. I'm like, this is a nice ceiling. There's a hole in there.
I loom over their shoulder aggressively.
All I saw on there was Rock's Fall ?
Okay.
So yeah, what Rock is suggesting is, like, he'll cast Ritually Identify on the mask, Aranea will cast Ritually Identify on the flower, and then, like, you could read the scrolls. That shouldn't
Mhm.
take much longer than. That shouldn't take too long.
Right, so we're taking another rest. Understood. I will stand by this door.
No, but we're
Yeah,
asking.
Charles.
I mean,
We're not deciding anything. We're asking if the group together would want to do that.
Daryl, I know it's hard work looking that good. I'm just giving you time to prep.
I appreciate the man who knows how things really are. But
Yes, he's more human than all of us, isn't he?
I mean you're a half elf, but but anyways, you all do your magics, whatever it is, looking and moving your hands strangely. I will do what I do best.
Me too. Leans up against the wall and crosses her arms.
The two of them are like literally posing. It's you don't feel the rest of you don't feel reassured over your safety, but they're gonna look good if they die.
It's Vogue. Are they Vogue right now?
They're 100%. 100%.
Okay then.
I guess
Alright, so-
I'm gonna try and watch and see if what I see at the end of that hall moves at all during the course of them doing their rituals.
Bull shitty, yes.
Perception check.
But yes, ritually casting identify. Boop.
Staring down at the end of the hallway at this thing, there is, you swear, like the slightest bit of movement. And you're watching it. And even over these 10 minutes, you can tell it's rhythmical. Similar to that pulsing. It's very slight, the movement. But the figure standing down there is like, not lurches, but like almost the entirety of them just kind of same time.
Almost a sway.
No,
Or a pulse.
not a sway.
A
Rob.
pulse.
More of a pulse. Someone who is not watching.
Robbing.
Robbing.
No.
He said it first. I was just repeating.
Oh, did he say it? Fucking terrible.
Yes.
God damn it. One could mistake it for throbbing.
Perfectly happy to let you take the fault for that. Damn it.
Did I hear him say it?
Look, when the soldier's standing up, you're not taking the fall.
Horrible.
What do you want from us, Joe?
I think he wants to
Very
have
fair.
one serious D&D game, but he's never gonna get
I
it
don't
with
play
us.
those are boring.
Okay.
That's not
I'm-
happening.
Are you
Not-
saying
not-
Jorgen Bjornsson was not a serious character?
Yes.
I'm not
Yes,
taking a
fucking-
break, but I am gonna get a whiskey because things seem like they need a whiskey. I'll be right back.
Remember the throbbing as you leave.
Oh,
I
man.
can tell you, Jorgen's fucking story is gonna have is very metal.
You're
But alas.
he's in Ring Valhalla right now. It's fine. He's happy. His death is comedic gold, and his afterlife is great.
Well, the identification of the items goes without a hitch. I will reveal to you the two items. When I find them.
Cameron?
They are somewhere. I made them before the session. Boom, boom. There we go. Oh, I see you did not update. Perfect. That's what I like to see.
Fantastical.
Yes. Hold, please.
Intermission.
yet, no.
We're experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by.
No.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that's lovely.
I swear to God, if you didn't do the other one, that's what I'm gonna be upset about. There you go.
Nice.
Brooch of Nut.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, my brain's obviously not working. You said a red rose with a silver pin, and for some reason, like, I started playing the Christmas music from Beauty and the Beast. Like, I
I mean, if
actually
that's where
was,
you
like,
wanna
picturing
go
a
with Curse of
rose,
Strahd,
like...
I ain't gonna stop you.
Yeah.
Like, Christmas music and Disney music is all nightmare fuel to me.
A girl worth fighting for.
So help me, I'll end this session early.
Okay, so, first off, who can't see in the dark?
Not me, says Aranea kind of boastfully.
I mean, I have always had excellent vision at nighttime, and I feel like it's only gotten better in recent days.
I don't have it neither.
Alright. Well, these goggles help you see in the dark. Then...
Plus, they look really
Rainey
cool
had-
on you, Elena. Once you put them on, I'm assuming they're gonna look really cool.
She looks like a nerd.
You look like a fucking nerd, piece of shit.
Nerds are... Aranea
She
kind of frowns and says, I like being a nerd.
I'm sure whatever she wears, she would make it look good. But I have seen you stumble in the dark. It is a bit noisy sometimes.
You're really sticking up for your girl, huh?
I mean, she appreciates my honesty and my looks. Mainly my looks. It's my
Both?
looks.
And
Both.
since we identified the brooch, Arenea's gonna, like, look at it and think about... Have we ever thought that maybe we've been spied on? Because there's this brooch to hide from divination
All the
magic.
time. They're always watching us.
Well,
They're all around us.
well, I don't have the
So are you
spell.
giving Elena the goggles or no?
Yeah, I mean, Aranea, do you need them?
No, I'm a half elf. I got dark vision.
Okay.
Yeah, then Elena,
Yeah.
enjoy your dark vision.
That's why I was
Thanks.
asking Daryl. Yeah. That's why I was saying that they would look good on her. But no, I was thinking, Rock or Elena, do you have a spell to see invisible things, like to see if we're...
Yeah, I do.
You don't?
I can see invisible things.
With a spell?
I tried. Yeah. I don't like to use it a lot because it takes a lot of energy, but yeah, I can do that.
Okay, because I was thinking we have this item, so we can share it amongst us, but I realized Strahd might be watching us with a spell.
I mean, he probably is. Oh, Roxanne, I'll kind of look up at the ceiling. Hey, Strahd, if you could hear us, make it thunder outside.
Oh, please don't do that. And he actually waits for a second to listen to the weather. He leaves. Bye.
Hey, Joe.
I mean, I
Here
didn't mean just
with
Strahd.
me, waiting with you, my friend.
Oh
Oh,
shit.
you don't gotta do that voice, man. I appreciate it, but it's too much work.
Don't you fucking tell me how to DM?
But
Fuck you.
anyways, I guess I'll just... did we want to save this brooch or just give it to a specific person, or...
I mean, it seems like you're talking to him all the time.
I'm not
Maybe.
talking to him.
Maybe he's more interested in, I don't know, where you was sending him magical messages.
Torius doesn't know that.
Torius doesn't know anything.
None of us know that.
We're sorry.
Number you were trying to reach has been disconnected.
Beep. But anyways, we'll...
So,
Oh.
my thoughts,
Mhm.
it prevents detection, right?
Yeah, from divination magic.
Would it not be useful to have our rogue have it so they could avoid being magically detected when they're trying to sneak around? That's a great face, Joe.
That actually is true.
What kind of face was that, Joe?
My uwu face.
Uwu.
Here, Torius, do you mind? And she'll walk over to him.
It's quite lovely.
It is.
Sure.
And she'll just pin it on his... Are
Ow.
you wearing armor? What are you wearing? Leather armor? Studded leather armor?
Studded leather.
Okay.
Not the leather. Here.
Oh.
He's got a I think a little cloak over his over his armor. So
Okay.
you could
As you pin it, as she pins it onto your cloak, it's like your awareness of those that linger on is like the sense of someone else in the room. That is, you don't see them, you don't hear anything, but it's like looking on upon someone that is completely depressed and withdrawn within themselves. They're there, but they're not. They're a shell, a fragment. You get the idea, maybe they would focus more on a vision. Maybe more of a presence, if you were to spend some time with this item. It doesn't affect you overly emotionally so, but it's just that if you stop, you pay attention, there's this echo of someone left behind. Not necessarily in this room, but traveling with you.
Alright. How long would it take us to read the scrolls?
Take 3 Arcana checks.
Okay.
With advantage, or 6 Arcana checks. Independently. Or, yes.
So, with advantage, 3? Okay.
I mean, yeah. I got a +8.
I got a +7. So I'll help you.
I'll make the checks. Advantage. Roll. Wonderful.
Alright, well, I need you to pause first.
Okay.
I need you to tell me in what order you're identifying them.
Sorry. Yes, I was just probably going to go in the order, so Transmutation, Conjuring, Necromancy.
The first scroll is a scroll of Levitate.
Ooh.
Just no later.
The second scroll is a scroll of Phantom Steed.
Ooh.
However, Aranea, you, Rock, notice it is just written in red ink. It's very strange. Aranea, you are able to ascertain that this is ritualistic blood magic from your previous experience with Liara. As opposed to normal magic, you may disregard the casting time of the spell. You may also disregard a 1 spell per action when casting the spell on a turn. You may cast this Phantom Steed spell as a bonus action. Alternatively, you may copy it into your spellbook without cost. Still given the normal amount of time to copy it, but without cost. But I need you to make me a history check. Yum, cigarettes.
I think if you're... Oh, that's the wrong one. God, my cat won't move off of the desk. 29.
Oh.
Okay, that's sufficient. That's sufficient enough to remember the warnings that Liara gave you, of that there is good and there is dark blood magic, one that requires a sacrifice of others. This would be one of those things that would require such a sacrifice, it would seem. What that would entail, what using this would mean, You don't know.
Yay!
But this would be the opposite spectrum of what was made available to you.
Interesting.
Well, that's lovely.
And are you guys making a third Arcana check?
Yes, I was waiting for you to give you okay.
This is not a spell in the PHP. This spell is similar to Mental Prison. However, it is a Constitution saving throw. It is called Cranial Rupture. It is of the same spell level. But instead of psychic damage, this is as long as the creature is living, this is unmitigatable damage. It is blood damage. So as long as the creature is living and has blood, you may use this on them. They may make a Constitution saving throw, but whatever damage that they take is not halved. They simply take it.
So, what's the spell it's based off of?
Mental
Baldian?
Prison.
Mental prison.
This also is of the same red ink and blood spell. Blood type magic. This would be a bonus action to cast. And can also be copied into your spellbook without cost.
Ooh.
Well, I can start to understand why those mason jars of blood were needed. As she takes the scrolls.
Jesus Christ, that spell's a fucking
Oh yes.
5d10 no matter what. Wow.
You can tell that there is significant power in this Aranea. Alright.
That spell is ridiculous! Dear God, Joe.
I was gonna use it on oh no, I've forgotten his fucking name. I was gonna use it on Aro.
Mental prison?
Yeah, I was gonna use that on you.
I would have fucked.
You want me to tell you
You
what
would've
you were
fucking
gonna
got that
see?
I don't know. That spell's insane.
So what's all the warm blood for then?
Well, basically.
Oh shit, he was using that blood to write spells.
Yes. And that's what these spells are. They're blood magic.
So.
But the problem is.
Joe.
Yeah.
Could I infer that the blood in these mason jars would be enough to fuel one of these spells? Oh, could I make a check to see if that would be enough, or I guess I'm not the one who's familiar with blood magic, but okay. Fair enough.
What were you saying about the nature of these spells?
Oh,
make Arcana check, a disadvantage rock.
Okay.
I was just saying they can be very dark and very dangerous, and sometimes the problem is when you use them, it often asks for something in return.
It's a balance.
I did want to ask you something, Torius, if you don't mind. The spirits you talk to, do they ever tell you what happens to those that pass on, like where they go? Or they just warn you about things?
The spirits that I hear are those that have not passed on. They don't know. I think they want to know.
I was just thinking that maybe I could ask you where my father ended up. Hopefully it was a good place. I was never
We
the
would have
religious.
to find the place. We would have to find the place where he died, and then hope that his spirit wasn't there. Otherwise, it would mean he hadn't passed on, I guess.
It wasn't really the religious swords. Now I don't even remember where elves think they go. Oh well. I'm gonna go look at a book. And she just goes and randomly walks over to the bookshelf.
Group looks right.
You can see that out of the books, they appear to be immaculately organized in what they are, but there appear to be 3 that have been taken out.
That was down below here. Where the 3 books were.
There are 3 books on the floor on the ground below, but you were not aware of that. Yeah, well, now Torius, you see the 3 books, but Aranea is upstairs with the bookcase.
Mhm.
You have not interacted with either. You have not interacted with each of the other components, so you'll not be able to connect any dots together.
So there's 3 books down on the floor, and there's 3 holes where books should
Aranea is the
be.
only one that has looked at the bookcase.
Okie dokie.
I'll look around to see if the books are anywhere like on the desk. I wonder what he was
There
reading.
is a wide open tome written where you found the ruby that is open, splayed out upon the desk. Yes, there are many other pages strewn about on the desk as well.
Well, should we spend any more time here? I could still look around and...
I mean, do we feel a need to move on? Do we feel like we found everything we could here? We feel like we're wasting time?
I just don't want to miss anything. Aranea will look at the book that's on the desk and pick it up and see what was opened on the page.
I guess you would still have. Would you still have? No, is it concentration? I guess you wouldn't still have magic going. You did it by after, or would you? I don't know.
What?
I don't know if you would, with your detect magic going, if you would detect anything else as you were looking around the room, or not. It's gone by now.
Yeah.
Detect magic would have gotten the entire room anyways.
Yeah.
It would not, depending what was in the way, like the floor or wood. There is a amount of thickness that cannot be penetrated by detect magic. She did not say she walked around the room and down below. However, she did not pick up anything additional from the upper floor where she cast detect magic. Looking through the actual tome itself, the only pages that have anything written on it are the pages in front of you, and it seems to be a incomplete but partial part of a spell, written in the same red ink.
I'll flip to like the beginning of the pages. Is it like a spell book?
Blank. The only pages with any writing on them are the ones that are immediately open.
Okay.
The ones that are immediately open.
What is he doing? I'm just trying to think. Sorry if I hope I'm not taking up too much time. You can totally interrupt me or something if I am.
Rock will go down and stand next to Toriel. Torius, god damn it!
Undertale laughs at you and hugs you.
Grr.
Gives you snails.
A cinnamon butterscotch pie?
Yes, with snails.
Well, obviously with snails. I don't know. That damn name. Torius.
Mm,
Well, shall we move on?
I think we should.
mm-hmm.
So, out this door, there is a creature that is pulsing the same rhythm as these fleshy walls.
I have an idea. Actually, real quick.
Aranea, you
Mhm.
notice that there are 3 books haphazardly tossed upon the ground there.
I'll definitely pick them up.
Okay, you pick up the 3 heavy tomes.
Goodness. Do any of you care about books?
No.
I mean, Hobgoblins really don't have books.
How do you pass
I
down
mean-
history?
Orally.
History doesn't put food on the
Oh.
table, nor help you in the fight. So, yeah, they're
Agreed.
overrated.
Agreed with Daryl.
Aren't you a cleric? Don't you have like holy texts or something like that?
She puts her hand up near your face to
I mean, is that why you don't kind of like me? Is it because the books are made out of paper?
I didn't say that. I
I'm
didn't
just-
say I didn't like you.
Okay. No, it was just a joke. Sorry. I'm off today.
So,
I'll look through the books.
I mean, there's a lot of words in them. Like, you're probably gonna have to sit down to read some of this.
Okay,
I
I'll just.
try like this
I can just take them with me
like-
then.
Tolkien-esque writing. Super dry.
Super eye? What?
Super dry.
Oh, I mean,
10
This is
pages
gonna-
describing a forest.
you just there's only so much you can like look at if you're gonna flip between like 3 books in like 10 seconds. You're
No,
not
I
gonna
was
glean
saying.
much.
Yeah, no, I was saying I'm gonna put the books in my bag. I'm gonna bring them with me.
So I had a thought. And this is just why the fuck not try it? Rock's gonna put his hand up to the wall, kind of knock around, try to find like a kind of a thinner piece of stone, and then try to discharge his gauntlet to see if the he could punch a hole through the wall that way.
Oh
Make a
boy.
perception check.
Hmm,
Bless you.
thank you.
Well, my thought being that the flush is over the windows. Is it over the entirety of the castle as well?
Kind of like knocking on this. It seems, from what you could tell, like, and how this is circling around, based off the structure. This particular part shouldn't be, particularly thick compared to the walls you've seen around. Like, this should be. However, it seems to be very deadening to the amount of force you're kind of like pushing on the wall. Like, it doesn't seem like it should be deadening that much. I mean, it says stone, but you're like kind of like you kind of tap on it, you're like, okay, kind of knock on it, you're like,
There's a lot of muffle going on that shouldn't necessarily be going on.
Yeah.
Then I could probably infer that the flush goes throughout the entire thing. Then. Okay, fair enough.
coffee.
Coffee. Does it fill you with determination?
No. This says, hold on, let me overthink this. That's what this says.
Story of
drinking
my
that.
goddamn life.
You were drinking that before, and it almost looked like you were intentionally holding the words right towards the camera. I was like, are you trying to send us a sign?
Are we overthinking it, Joe? Are we? I feel like we are now. Oh God, we are.
Let's just go before I turn 100.
Okay.
That's a joke because never mind. Half elves live to like 120 or something, so it's when I'm 80.
I mean, are you really living if you're spending half your life reading those?
Look, Daryl, just because you're gonna have some insane nightlife coming up.
I do know how to party. It's funny, you know that.
About once a month.
They do call me a creature of the night.
Oh my god.
Poor Terry.
And here, Daryl, I was gonna be nice and see if you wanted to learn a few magic tricks.
I'll let you can teach Elena. I've never had a knack for it. Roxas tried teaching me once, and I kind of caught his hair on fire.
Oh yeah, that's definitely not good. Never mind. I'll definitely keep you away from the books.
I have something to ask Roxas now.
So, we leave this room. We might get attacked, or we might see something
Wow.
trapped in the
Received.
pulsing
I mean,
flesh. But
if there's anything that we want to do, I suppose, like, this could be a good place, like you're saying. Outside might be more dangerous, but nothing has really bothered us up here, or here, I should say, or upstairs. If there's anything we want to do, I suppose now is the time to prepare.
Come with Daryl.
Maybe reading those books might help you. I don't know, but
I mean, what are the titles here? Right.
does Aranea look at the titles?
Yeah.
Arania.
Sorry, sorry. No, Daryl, the DM said we better make sure we're prepared, and I was like, I'm not forgetting freaking mage armor this time, so I wanted to make sure I had me. Sorry, yeah,
No,
I'll look at
fine.
the titles.
This is smart, using mage armor. Daryl is not the DM. What Daryl says does not necessarily transpire into DM foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Daryl told us to go in through the front door of the castle because he's
Daryl
a dumbass.
Yeah.
Daryl's Daryl, okay? He tries.
Yeah.
That's his poor heart.
Listen. A History of Platinum.
Ooh. Finances.
Mm-hmm.
Telfathel clan.
Telfathel?
Telfathel. I'll type it.
Sounds elvish.
It does.
The Unending Watch.
That sounds like fiction. That, or it could be like some like real smutty like romance novel.
Yeah, I'll read those titles out loud and say the Telfathel clan? Does that mean? Is that someone that's around here?
That mean anything to me? Sounds kind of.
Or Daryl or any of us?
Healthy.
Are either of you too proficient in history?
I am. Or not. Oh, you're not asking me. Sorry.
I am.
No, I'm asking Aranea and I'm asking Torius.
Not history, no.
I am.
Aranea, make a history check. Torius, make a history check at disadvantage.
12! Oh my god, what's the fucking 29? I'm using my inspiration.
Okay.
I can't. 18.
Sorry, Rock, you're not an elf.
Get out of my room.
Alright.
Racist.
Yep. What are you gonna do about it?
Sorry,
Nothing.
cat got kicked out.
Okay. Is it at 18?
Pardon?
So you're leaving at 18?
Yeah, that's all I got. It's 18. Looks at Rock pleadingly. Flash of genius? No.
It tickles your memory. Reading in some of the books and some of the other history and lineages from your family. You've heard of other clans of elves. There are many different clans of elves, some smaller, some find locations in forests, some find occupations in knighthood, some more mundane, as there is no rush with some things with elves. You're quite familiar with the lengthened lifespan that they have. You get a fragment of it, but still it allows you to live exceedingly compared to those humans. The Telfathel, while not your specialty, did seek knighthood in a sense, but more through the aims of religion. And with the other context of the book that you've picked up, through the service to Bahamut. But beyond that, it really wasn't, something that particularly struck your interest or fancy. It was like, these guys are kind of outliers. It's kind of weird. They're not in the forest. They're not anywhere near our city. Strange, but you never heard of where they were set up at, of where they operated out of. However, they were a prominent enough name for you to see. Strange.
Well, it's weird that he has this book. I mean, the only thing I know about this clan is they are knights for Bahamut or something, I guess. But I can read about him later once we get out of here.
Yeah, sounds pretty useless to me. Anyways. I mean, maybe if you find those knights, we could find some of their equipment. Now that could be useful.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't we decked you to the nines already, Daryl?
I mean, I asked for a sword that emitted light, and you said no. So
You have a polearm that emits light.
flash on, flash off, flash on, flash off. I forgot about that.
All I really care about right now is finding this Lord Edomacher, and if we find him alive, I'll give you a very hefty payment, Daryl, okay?
I haven't taken none, but I like the way you're thinking if it's going.
I meant gold, if that helps.
That does, yes.
Yes, it's gold. And drinks. All the drinks.
I can also get behind this, yes. But he stands up, taps the spear on the ground. There is just a very evident light on. Let's go.
Right. Well, Chris, that you're ready.
Kind of lagged out there. What?
I said, Torius, that you're ready.
All right. I will open the door and see if the creepy throbber at the end of the hallway reacts.
Creepy throbber.
He's wearing a trench coat and he just scans.
The throbbing flesh crime? Pulsating.
Mm-hmm.
You can see now that the door is open.
He's wearing a turtleneck.
Is that there is what appears to be half of a person, kind of like meshed into the wall, and you can see there's like this growth coming off of the wall and where the door is, half growing over this person like a tumor. And you can see it kind of pulse a little bit, and the body also kind of like pulse outwards like a pustule ready to burst. But
Ew.
it does not move. It does not react to the door opening.
Okay, well, perhaps we should not climb into the flesh.
Don't touch the flesh. Got it.
Right.
I'll move a little bit closer and see if, like, there's any sense of reaction from the pulsating person, or if they're like just essentially part of the wall. I'm just trying to see if it's like seeing,
Make a
acting like.
perception check.
Oops.
Fucking hate you, Nathan.
Do you notice every time you mute me, I start mimicking you?
No, I don't.
I'm gonna use the fading inspiration.
Okay. Going up and getting closer and closer. The rhythmic pulsating that you've seen does not seem to increase. Does not seem to shift or move or react in any way that seems to be indicating that it can see you or is detecting any motion.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna try and move up and sort of peek around this corner to see if there's anything like down the hall that looks like kind of sneaky peeky like.
Looking down the hall a little bit, you see that there's some vines kind of creeping out of this broken door earlier. But they don't seem to be impeding the path. Further down, you see there's another tumor-like person melded to the wall there.
It's not a tumor.
I assure you, my games are the most serious games at all times. You will stress and question,
No, they're
is this
not.
real life? Or is it...
Is this just fantasy?
Jesus.
Caught in a flesh slide? No escape from reality?
No.
We're taking a break now, guys. We'll be back 10 after the hour. So, I suppose I should put back on for the Curse of Strahd music.
You say this isn't.
No, this
Chris-
is awesome, you know?
The Animachas don't have lo-fi just in their rap
Yeah.
castle.
I mean, we can do more ridiculous music.
This is
Anyone know where
Strahd's
this is
castle.
from?
Let me get to the drop.
I want to say, like, is this like a remix of, like, Kingdom Hearts music or something? No?
Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Ah.
Right. I played the whole thing and I just played hip-hop chocobo music on all the jukeboxes. Anyways. Such a good tune.
They made Aerith night and day different.
Ah.
Torius and the tumor are staring at each other. With disgust.
Longingly.
Longing? You don't know.
Longingly.
But they're staring.
It's not a tumor.
Look at this flesh-filled pus.
Longing eyes towards the tumor.
I'll step past, I guess.
Okay.
And just again, maybe. Oh shit! What have I done?
You
He's died.
stop that. All right. As you meld through the wall, the tumor pulls you back.
Okay.
Is it caressing him longingly on the cheek?
Remember, when you cannot fully fit into a square, use Alt to move your character token.
Ooh.
Right.
Thank you, loading screen.
Mm-hmm.
I have an SSD, so I normally don't get to see those tips, but
There's a door there.
There is a door there, yes.
Okay.
This is not covered in flesh or person.
Just gonna look back to everyone and say, I think this is the only way we haven't explored.
She's gonna push Daryl forward a little bit.
But I was stuck in thoughts about myself and how good I look. My apologies.
I'll just open the door again, I guess. Let's take a look.
All right, I'll open the door and see what lies beyond.
Bees!
Opening the door, on the inside, you see a familiar blue shape that looks at you immediately with these red crimson eyes as he pulls his blade and says, "Fiends! You shall not pass!" and starts chasing, running at you.
Back it up, back it up, back it up, back
Close
it up,
the
back it
door.
up.
Close the door.
I am going to close the door
Close the door.
and step away and say, "Ah, someone's in there." Something, a thing.
I'm gonna slap Elena's shoulder and be like, do that thing where you make them turn around because they're dead or something. The turn on dead spell thing.
Yeah, I have to go up
Turn
there
around,
and
dead
see
eyes.
it.
It might help
Turn
if Rock gets out
around.
of the way. The door does not
Rock
open.
will just... Maybe we just leave him. Or I could try what I did with the other one, make him think we're not a threat. We'll try that.
I think there's also a hallway over here now that
There are stairs leading down, yes.
oh, we should.
Wait a second. Are we on the first floor again?
Wait a minute!
Yes. Would this be the guy who is directly underneath the fountain that I made disappear?
I don't think he is, no. Is it something
Yes.
Yeah.
Why is he
Really?
still there?
The cat came back.
It has been 8 hours since he has disappeared, yes.
Oof.
Well, we didn't free him. Alright, well, these things happen.
Wait, so are we going in circles?
No, we're downstairs again. We're on the first floor.
Downstairs from
Okay.
the room we were in is like above here-ish, right? Because this is the
The
binding.
room we were in is like
Correct.
directly above here.
One of the two, yes.
This was the fountain room.
Do you remember when you looked down below if that room had any other exits besides this door?
It had some windows. You saw them from the outside. You know what? There might be a hole in the ceiling we might be able to climb out of.
With what?
Scroll of levitate.
I'll say, Torios, that with your stupid perception, since you're the one that opened the door, the windows in that room were also covered with a flesh-like tumor before you close the door again.
Would you say we're in a flesh pocket dimension?
Only if you want to be, buddy.
Okay there, Cameron?
Nope. I don't know that there's a way out of that room. The windows all seemed covered, similarly to all the others we've seen.
Then I guess all we could do is, judging by how everything is laid out, is go downstairs.
Okay, I was
Where
I'll
we
just...
do.
take a step over next to the vines here, I guess. Can I see
Okay.
the goopy remains of what was this, Ismark? Or
As you kind of like getting a little closer to the vines, they start like reacting and start moving and inching towards you. It's slow enough that you're able to kind of like take a step back. By peering into the room, make a perception check. Yeah, peering within, you can see that there is the gore and remains of a person, or you would assume what would be a person within the center of here is mainly like a blender of flesh and gore that has been sprayed across, centered primarily. Actually, no, not there. More akin to right here and kind of spraying all over.
Would you say that was a lot of damage?
You can infer as such.
another step, look down here.
Okay.
And
You can see towards the far end with your elf eyes that there's another fleshy covered window here. A person that is kind of like a pocket of a tumor here. That this door is shut. However, there does not appear to be skin or anything of the sort over it. And that there are stairs leading downwards.
right. I'm gonna just wave everyone up, and then I'm gonna try and sneaky down the stairs to look around the corner.
I mean, we can either take care of this problem now, which I am all for. He's following you, or we can. I mean, that guy back there on the door. We could probably just cut him down and cut through him. I mean, I have cut much flesh in my days. This would be nothing.
Yeah, I feel like we're not supposed to leave, and if we try to leave, those things are going to attack us.
You're used to doing what you're told, aren't you? It's more fun when you do what you want. Wink.
Says a
I
true
feel-
bad boy.
Don't worry, you'll learn to sit soon enough.
oh my god.
I would say the pot is calling the kettle black, but maybe you should tell yourself that. But Torios, are you going further down?
I guess just sort of waiting to, based on the discussion, should we carry on?
I'm fine with going down. That's where he is.
Mm-hmm.
We know this is where he is.
Mm-hmm.
Peeky.
You see further down, it kind of leads into a larger room further down. It's kind of like gloomily lit, but kind of filters down to like like a staircase or a stairway or like a landing, I should say. And then there's an opening to the right. You can see there's a beginning stair. You can't see past that. And you can see there's an open room. There does
Right.
not appear to be anything immediately moving from your vision, but you are having like a bit of a tunnel vision here because it's quite literally a tunnel.
I will try and as sneakily as possible move up to the thing and more in.
Make a stealth check first.
There you
Well,
stuck again. Sorry. Go.
While I remove everyone from the lair. Do you
Is that a
proceed
lair
further
action?
down?
Yeah, I was.
No. Torios, do you
Oh.
proceed further down?
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna
Okay.
try and sneak up to that door.
Rock, you see Torios just kind of start hiding more out of sight and being more quiet. Not saying anything, but going further down the stairs. Everyone else is still just heading down, and Daryl's like, what are we waiting for?
Brock would kind of hold his arm out and then make a shushing motion, and then try to be sneaky peeky himself.
I will also try to be sneaky.
This again. Okay. Are you trying to stealth?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not stealthing. I'm sorry. I suck at it.
You know,
Look,
you know,
I
you know
have a-
something?
Do what?
I have a
you're not
-1 to stealth and disadvantage, okay?
You're not stealthing, Elena?
I am not stealthing because I suck at it.
Daryl's 100% just gonna look back at your shit grunt and not gonna stealth either. All right, as you try to be quiet as you kind of like put the finger out and you just kind of like you guys watch it, see pretty much like Skyrim sneaks, but it's like clang clang. As you're heading down the stairs, Torios, you can see it kind of illuminating up a bit, and I'll show you what you see immediately. But you immediately there's this kind of like panic in the back of your mind that you don't feel like you've been detected in front of you, but there's something approaching behind you. You feel like it's your allies, but at the same time, the tension remains regardless. And what you immediately see is there's a large pile of flesh of what appears to be not but a man, but many sizes bigger, leaning up against the wall here.
It's all black.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, because Torios went first. You can fucking call up your tits.
Okay.
Rock,
Bomb them.
you sneak up behind Torios.
Motherfucker, what is going on here? Okay. Okay.
A little further in to make room.
Let's see. Elena. Okay. Rock is kind of taking up most of the space here.
He'll be sneaky beaky as he believes he is fucking silent as the night.
You know who's not silent? It's Daryl behind you.
Elena's not neither.
It's based on the jingling, jangling behind me. I'm just watching for this pile of flesh to start moving or reacting to what's going on.
It is not moving. All right, now that enough room has been made for everyone to filter in. You can see in this kind of like haphazardly turned room that this pile of flesh over here is that there's kind of like this black ichor kind of oozing from it. And you can see there's another corpse of something over here behind these bars as well. There's another set of bars, but there's nothing here. Rock. Elena.
Yes.
This room is familiar.
I knew it!
We were stored here.
Yep. Liar was right here. Yep.
This was Frank.
Oh.
Did you guys kill Frank?
No.
Yes. In this disheveled area, you can see it didn't seem this messy before. It never seemed clean per se, but it definitely seems that there's been some type of shifting or confrontation here. And the stitched abomination that you saw moving around, which was aptly named Frank, that was shambling around in circles, is now still on the ground. The individual that was in the other cell, not moving.
Oh, that can only be good.
Do you know who was in the
Yes,
other
so.
cell? Or who's down there? I can't quite see.
It was like an abomination. A flesh grind, as you were.
Walk over there.
Hurry up! I want to get off these stairs. Very claustrophobic. You
Is there
hear
any
it-
sign like
Just this nasty wet fart. I tried to continue the move. I will.
could say
Aranea
please.
casts prestidigitation and makes the air smell like flowers and roses.
It's like taking a big shit and then like spraying a little bit of perfume in the air. It just
Made
makes
it
it
worse.
worse.
Oh, damn it! I forgot. I needed to go with lemon. That's always the right. No. Perfume is for a dance at the bathroom.
Okay. I'm
Good save, please.
Oop.
Rock, move.
Alright.
I mean, how hard can it be? I don't know. Should the Aranea
Daryl, catch me.
how tall is the staircase?
What?
Catch me.
Okay. He's got to make an athletics check because you are in heavy armor.
We are going into a boss battle.
The only time for fun is all the time.
Aranea
so
just
you-
like
yeah.
pushes by. Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Yep.
Daryl. We gotta
Yep.
pull up this sheet. All right.
Hey.
As you gotta pop down there. Daryl's strong, but you're also in heavy armor, so kind of catches you. There's a little bit of the normal weight catch you, a little bit of heft. He's like, "Oh," and kind of puts you on your feet.
She smacks you on the, or she smacks him on the bum and says, "Good game."
Yeah, always the best in the game.
I don't know. It sounded like you made a little grunt, like you weighed a lot or something like that.
It is only me showing off my muscles. And that's all. Stepping closer to the stitched together flesh that is there, Torios. Still is not moving. But
Does
also,
it look like?
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, does it look like it was like stabbed to death, or just that it like fell over there?
Make an investigation check.
I wonder what this black ooze is coming from it.
Taking a look at it, make another check. As I would say would be with advantage, only because of specifically your class. Okay. This would be the work of someone that knows how to pinpoint weak spots. This is definitely someone that exploited that, and you can see that most of the ichor is coming out of about roundabouts, kind of like the neck. In addition to that, of where one of the seams of this flesh was stitched together, and you can see that whoever did this took their blade, cut along it, and then dragged it upon the back, rather with one strike. You do not see anything more than one strike, simply, and that whoever did this did it with surgical excellence. Probably even more capable than you're capable of doing, but among a similar skill set, but more your skill set has led you to speaking towards those that have passed and your interests. This is someone that is trained to take a life.
This creature was
Character? I think it's Irie.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
this creature was assassinated. To precise blow. Work of an expert.
Yes, I was thinking Irie did it too. What kind of weapon
I
does she
said
use
that out
again?
of character, by the way, though.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
me too. What kind of weapon does she use
It's,
again? Out of character? Do
We
know?
don't know.
No, but like, have
don't
we
know.
ever seen her with like a
Poison
sword?
throwing dagger.
Like, have we ever seen her with a
Jeez.
sword sheath? No, I'm
Torius would
literally.
know.
I'm trying to remember what she wears right now. But I guess it always changes, but we don't know.
Her
I've
clothing
seen her
does not
use
change.
the dagger, but that was just to make the cut into the flesh for the thing. We don't know if that's her weapon she uses for fighting.
You've always seen Irie in kind of like darker leathers.
Okay.
Very form-fitting.
What's this black ooze? Can we like investigate that?
Make an arcana
Probably
check.
it's blood.
I'd like to help. I'll just kind of like help like move the flesh apart and try and help her not get goopy.
Well, you may roll again while he massages the folds. Okay.
She's distracted by that.
The entire time I just pull up my sleeves and I'm just like a doctor. I'm like, well, this is quite interesting. He has like 2 livers for some reason. It's quite strange. It's like, oh, move that back. I'm
Got
like,
a lot
just
of
like,
toxins to clear.
yeah, I was like, oh my goodness, that's his gallbladder's terrible. He would have died in 3 years. There's a weird
there's
scratching in the walls for some reason. It's my fucking cat.
There's this is obviously a construct of arcane design. That's simple enough to detect. You know that when it comes to these types of creations, alchemical or necromantic, is that generally there are organs that are used and or liquids that are used to maybe simulate like a living creature or sort. Actual reason of why it's there and what what purpose it serves, you are unsure. However, this is not atypical from what you've seen.
Mhm. Okay.
This would be the creature's quote unquote blood.
Yeah, okay, definitely Brock was right. It's blood. Well, his blood. Ew.
Cool. So,
Poor thing.
I don't know. It wasn't really living.
I mean, it was probably a bunch of people. So, poor them.
Not a bunch of dead people. So, continue onwards then.
Mm-hmm.
Path is clear.
Did this thing have like carrying anything? Was it like just a naked pile of writhing flesh?
It does
folds?
have a crude loincloth around it, not really covering much. You can see that there's really no genitalia there. Just kind of like there does seem to be like an excessive amount of stitches there. Of like whatever rag was there that was kind of blocking the kind of like center point, as if like an artist trying to hide the functionality part of it. It was trying to display the best of it and hide the worst of where it had a lot of seams come together. It doesn't really appear to have anything on it that you can really see unless you wish to search the folds,
Search the folds.
the flesh folds.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
No, it doesn't have anything on it.
Should we examine that body? Or is it just
Thank you, Heather.
what?
This
Um,
Kind of
the transition.
yeah.
This
Let's
is
just
great.
change the subject. That's what I usually do. Should we? Let's go. I'm gonna go investigate this person thing.
Okay. Yeah. This is
Just in case, what if they have a
very
weapon or something?
very disturbing. Of what you see here.
Mm-hmm.
So looking at this definitely looks like a very morphed example of a person. The jaw has been elongated, the skin has been thickened, the eyebrows protruding, the head bereft of hair, and you see sores forming on it. Its left arm looks like it's been engulfed by its intestines and ending in a mouth of where fingers still protrude from it, swollen, and it looks like its intestines are wrapped around its stomach, its waist center. Its ribs cage is visible and its skin sunken in. It looks putrescent, and it looks like death was a mercy to this thing.
Do you have fun when you do this? Like,
I'm just describing it.
okay.
That's all.
Aranea just gulps and says, "Never mind," and just walks away and says, "I need a drink now."
You drank with your dad. Let's go.
Hey, she said drinks were on her afterwards. So.
Yep, drinks are on me.
Sadly, I cannot drink.
I guess
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
drink
puppies?
for two then.
Do what?
It could be a litter there, so it could be more than.
I'll look at Daryl and then look at you. And then cock her eyebrow.
Daryl gives you a pat on the shoulder.
So I guess this is
alright,
where
well.
we need to keep going. I'll follow you, Torius.
I bothered trying to stealth because it seems like no one else has. So.
I
tried.
stealthed. I got a
Lord.
20, okay? I was behind Daryl and Elena groaning the entire time going, "Oh my god, guys." I'm like actually being sneaky.
Immediately what you see in this room, this is a lit room. There are candles, there are sconces, or not sconces, but kind of like candelabras that are set up, and that there are many crates, kind of barrels. This looks to be not dusty either with your passive perception. This appears to be a relatively well-tread room of that supplies have been stored here and have actively been potentially refreshed. But also what's kind of ominous is that in the far side of the room is that there are two desiccated bodies. You can see that there is red light kind of coming underneath from out underneath their helmets and kind of piercing outwards, but their armor is golden and has a soft glow to it, and each of them is holding a spear to their sides. Neither of them turn to look towards you as you approach the doorway, whether they have not noticed you or not reacted to you. You're uncertain.
I will try and quietly communicate that back down the line. The whole army, like, and then just gonna sort of shrug and step into the room one more step.
Okay. As you do, as you step into the room, both of the figures regard you lifelessly. Neither of them turn. They are staring forward. They do not move.
Okay. And is this another doorway or something? Here?
Yes, there's a door right here.
And these guys are guarding another, or standing in front of, or not moving
Yeah,
in
they're
front of
standing
another door?
in front of double doors.
Okay, I'm gonna move up to peek into this next room. Here. Yes.
Okay.
Is this closed?
Yes, it's a closed door.
Okay. Well, before I open it, I'm gonna wave everyone up. Point down at the two corpses. I don't know. There's something there, but they haven't reacted yet.
Okay. I'll just slowly follow Torius.
Both of you, well, each of you see the kind of like desiccated but regal forms wearing this kind of not dilapidated but aged, elegant but aged looking golden armor with spheres.
What do you all want to do?
Well, we can see what's in this door first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna open the door. What's in there?
Okay. So
Oh, that's a good sign.
you see an unfamiliar man that is bound to a chair. You see that there's a room. There's a table set up with candles. And there's 4 chairs. There's this man that's sitting on one of the chairs that's kind of facing towards you. Beyond that, it's kind of about like just what you can see. You can see there's a staircase kind of leading upwards, but this person is directly immediately of what you can see, and he's kind of looking back at you.
He's bound to the chair. I'm gonna step into the room.
Okay. As you step into the room, you see he looks up, and there's this very like muscular man. This dude must be at least like 6'5", if not pushing 7, and just laden with muscle. And you hear him kind of look up, and there's just a look of like fear in his eyes. It's, "You are too late, friends. Go, run while you can. The Vistani will." And you see his skin immediately blacken and desiccate, like it's drying and losing all of its water, as it just looks like it's mummifying in front of you. As you can see his hands and arms are now, okay, kind of more closer, bound to the chair, and it looks like his flesh is decaying rapidly.
Is it a spell? Can I cast counterspell on it?
You don't see anyone casting a spell.
Oh.
You'll see him decaying rapidly.
I don't have dispel magic.
As his withered corpse now sits in the chair.
Great friend.
He is dead.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Who was he?
That would be the leader of the Vistani camp, Luvash.
I thought so, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
No! We're losing everyone because we can't in the sky.
You saved his daughter?
Yeah.
Yep.
Man, this is a fun game. We're just killing everybody.
Guess what else? There's the table that he was chained to.
Further within here, you can see that there's a table. It is you can see there are just some candles that are set up there. There's a barrel immediately to Aranea's left, and there appears to be kind of like maybe like a dais. It's hard to really see what the kind of like a slanted stone like surface up above where these stairs lead up to, and there seems to be something on it. It doesn't really look practical, but there's something up here.
All right. Right. Well, I'll move in so everyone else can find.
Okay. You can also see since you're over here, is that there's definitely a shift of where there appears to have been a door that is normally concealed. However, it appears to have been opened, and that this was is a hidden passageway that is seemingly open. You can immediately tell that over here it becomes extremely dustier and less traveled. However, there are quite easily discernible a couple of fresh footsteps leading out.
Looks like there might be a passage here. We should check the rest of the room.
Sure. One second. Aranea is gonna look at Elena and say, can I talk to you really quickly, one-on-one? I just don't want Daryl to hear.
Sidebar.
Yeah, sidebar. So this Edemacher guy, it has all of our closest friends. I don't have the spell prepared, but could you cast Sending on Roxas and see where he is right now? Because what if Edemacher has Roxas in one of these rooms? And he's tied up and he's about to get killed by vines or a vampire or fucking Frank Part 2. We don't want Daryl to walk in there. And I don't have the spell prepared. And I don't have time.
I'll do it.
Okay. Rainey's just like super nervous and she's just gonna be like, I'm gonna go look at this wall right now with Torius. Looking at this passage.
Please type your message to me and I will send you a response if the recipient is available to respond.
They're available.
Can you spell Roxas again?
Rolxius.
Oh. Hey, I don't know how to say this, but that wasn't Roxas. She's gonna say that in a hushed tone where Daryl can't hear her because she don't want him to worry.
What do you mean?
He said, oh no, that won't do. You're here to play with me first. If you survive, you can have your talks later. I think it's the dude that we're trying to talk to, or trying to find.
So he must be here. Well, then how are we supposed to get
able
to
to intercept my sendings?
Well, then how are we supposed to stop whatever terrible thing happens in the next room? Are we even supposed to?
What's behind that door?
Sorry, my dog's making weird noises that.
Yeah, mine too. It's okay.
Okay.
Good. I mean,
yeah.
I'm kind of keeping an eye on these two creepy fucks, but I can come in if you want.
Yeah.
Oh, but we have to we have to fill in Cameron what we were talking about out of character, which is no, it's okay. So I was saying that my brain's not working today. We were saying that what if these are all illusions? So to use the lens thing with the with the pick on one of us, probably Rock because he has the highest HP, and then use it to see if the next person is illusion or not. Although I just poked the body and it's real, but I was just saying that you can make illusions seem really real if you're powerful enough.
We're not getting any. This is on an OC level, but we're not getting any saves for this either.
Yeah, yeah, because it's either
Um,
it's either they've all been kidnapped and murdered in front of us, or it's all an illusion. That's what we were saying.
Well, good look. Pretty good sense of perceiving
Cameron,
things.
was you around whenever I told you about the sending? Told everybody about the
Yes.
sending? Okay.
Yep.
Alright. Um. Hmm.
I
Well,
think that's a good idea. I'm happy to poke myself and have a look. Someone else wants to do it.
You could poke me. I've got a lot of constitution.
I mean, it's just a poke. There's nothing as well.
Sometimes I like to feel something. Remind myself that I'm not yet spirit.
Right. That's
Same.
creepy. Okay.
I totally understand. I like putting my fingers over candle flames.
Okay then.
Drinks later is definitely going to be interesting. Should we re-roll our stealth checks if we are stealthing, or?
Oh, you guys haven't been stealthing for a while.
Oh,
Did we want to look at this body through the lens then, or?
oh yeah,
Or-
sure.
Okay.
I was thinking the next body, but I guess that would be. Oh look, they exploded. Oh, that's cool.
All right. Well, I don't know. I'm happy to do it. Joe said it was only 1 hit point, so. Poke.
Deduct 1 hit point.
From your hit point maximum.
Make a
Your
make a
charisma.
perception check. Not that masochistic.
I mean,
Looking around the room, you don't see anything that really stands out. That you've seen otherwise, like what Aranea spoke of earlier seemed to stood out quite drastically. Looking throughout the room, like nothing besides the red tint that you see everywhere really stands out. How is it?
Specifically, this body still looks the same. It's like a.
It still looks like this kind of like desiccated form. Yeah, it's like hardly even recognizable from what it was before.
Well, I don't. Doesn't look any different. Did anybody look up on this? This dais?
No.
Mm-mm. What is up there?
I'll go have a quick look.
Okay. Hopping up there, you can see there's a slanted kind of almost like a prism, but it's kind of slanted towards you to be approaching. There's a book that's splayed out and open, and you can see even from a distance that there are many lines in it across the page.
Aranea, this looks like your wheelhouse.
Oh.
There's a book up here.
Ooh.
Lots of writing.
I love books. I'll go and take a look at the book.
Okay. There's really not much to look at. On the first page that you're looking at, you can see that there's about like 17 lines, which appear to have what's written through them. It's just they're singular lines. It's not really blotting out what was there before. And you can see that there's a pattern. You can see that there's a name, there's a location, and then there's an amount of money next to it. And you can see that there are 3 lines that aren't, or 3 of these written instances that are not lined out.
I will definitely take this for later.
That is what is listed.
Interesting. I will pick up the book and take it. Put it in my bag. Okay.
Make a history check.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh yeah!
What is
The late
she
man through
doing
the
in
wall.
here? I just realized that. Aranea is gonna just close the book and say, well, that's gonna be a very interesting read for later. I'm ready to go whenever you are.
Very well. Move it out, I guess.
Oh, I thought we were going this way? Or is that not a door?
The secret
Oh.
passage.
So,
Hmm.
rock out of there. Don't know. What y'all think?
Daryl's just staring at Aranea.
What?
Nothing. Just looking at you and looking at the candle and looking back at you.
Why do I continuously hear growling?
Pretty interested in what these two are guarding.
Oh.
But maybe we should investigate and see if we've got an escape route for later.
Probably not a bad idea.
Right?
We using?
I'll go into the corridor.
Okay. You can see it leads up to a stairwell, or I should say a set of stairs just going kind of like straight up.
I'd like to go up the stairs to kind of get my bearings of where it looks like it's come out.
Okay. You can see it kind of going up about like 20 feet. It continues going upwards, but with your vision, your elf eyes, you can see at the end of it what appears to be two doors or a door leading upwards, perhaps to a hatch leading outwards, also covered with a familiar fleshy tumor. Perhaps this is or was a way out, but no longer.
Okay, I'll come back and say, well, that way's no good either.
That's through here.
Like it.
Wonder if they'll move if we ask them.
I mean, diplomacy is not my thing.
Hey, gentlemen, would you kindly move aside so we can enter?
There's nothing but the silence that penetrates this place as a response.
Aranea randomly grabs a piece of paper and says, "We are guests of Lord Edenmacher. We have been invited to estates. Move now." You have to give some oomph to it, maybe. Did we do anything?
They still stand there, unmoving.
Or not. Thought maybe that would work. It's a paper bag.
Sealed up.
Yep.
Gonna just kind of move forward.
As you step closer towards it, this one right here kind of like shifts its spear to the ready. However, it does not attack.
Maybe there's a code word or something.
Maybe I can scare them.
Or we could
I mean,
just...
they look half alive already. Can we just push them over and move on?
I was thinking that. Let's just blast our way through.
That might work too.
Okay. Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh no, here we go.
Shall we try to push past or just try to topple one of them? Let's try to topple this one. Daryl.
Topple? What do you mean topple?
You get him on the ground, push him out of the way.
I mean,
Bisect, maybe?
He's like,
bisecting works for me. Daryl will go to swing his glaive. However, they are ready and they see you immediately in front of them. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Yay! I'm good at initiative, guys.
Yeah, me
Oh,
too.
thank God, I have a good
Actually,
Wednesday.
surprisingly
Thank
not
goodness.
Boop.
Oh my goodness, Aranea just realized that was what her plan was earlier, like 3 weeks ago. Putting on the disguise hat and pretending to be like somebody important, but that wouldn't have worked.
Oh yes, and so it begins. All right, the one right next to you, Rock, right next to Daryl, or yeah, right next to you, goes to take a swing at you as you see Daryl's like, all right, as he pulls his glaive back. This other one takes with its hands and goes stabs at you with its spear with both hands.
Okay.
Let's see. For a 7 and 21 to hit.
The 21 will hit.
Okay. You take 4 points of piercing damage.
Not the radiant?
No. You just take 4 points of piercing damage. It kind of stabs into you. Not too strong. It still got past your armor, which is surprising, but it hurts.
Oh, okay.
Rock, it's your turn.
I'm going to cast Heat Metal on this one.
Okay.
On his armor.
That was a failure. He's on fire.
Cool. Take his 8 damage.
Not yet. Actually, no, it is on your turn.
Yep. So it's on his armor itself, so.
You're concentrating. Please mark yourself as us.
Sure thing, buddy.
Anything else for your turn?
I'll put up my defensive fields.
Okay. Aranea.
Let's see. I guess the best thing I could do is. Ooh, actually, I am going to try and hit the skeleton with chill touch. Oh, that's a nope.
Okay. As the skeletal hand kind of reaches out, it grabs onto the form, but just kind of crumbles as it touches it. Kind of like burning away with this white light that is almost reminiscent of what Elena does, as if this creature itself is emanating some type of holy aura.
Okay.
Does not seem to affect.
And then I think I'm just gonna like move over here just to kind of keep watch in case anybody starts coming down the stairs. That's my turn.
Okay. All right. This guy is going to strike at Daryl, who is striking at him. Pop, pop. Oh yeah, that first one hit. 7 points piercing. So Daryl's just kind of like casually taking his glaive up, the desiccated body and armor just jabs him. The guy's like, "Oh, Tugaki." That's his turn. Torios.
I will draw the Starblade and make it light up with light.
Okay.
And we'll stay over here. Can I stab this guy from there?
You can, yes.
Take him.
Right. And is he undead? Just as a
yeah. He
check
is
mark
100%
for me.
undead. Yes.
Okay. I am going to try and give him the Booming Blade.
How much of that is radiant?
The last deck 46. Booming Blade is what is it? Force,
Blade's-
thunder, and then 5 of it was radiant, and
So
then
19?
yes.
As you swipe into this creature, the thunder and your actual cleaving into its weak points seem to do most of the damage, as it seems to be rather resistant towards the light. However, you cleave it in twain regardless. The light almost kind of dissipating off of its form. Not very effective.
Weird.
These creatures seem to flow with the same energy as the sword. Yeah, I guess that's it.
Well, I guess I could take care of this one. Daryl will whack.
Fuck him up. Fuck him up. Fuck him up.
No.
No.
Mm.
Whack. Yes. Yes. Whack.
Yes.
Ooh.
That's the end of combat.
Waste a level 2 spell on that. God damn
You
it.
make your own decisions.
I know.
Well, that was
Doesn't make-
anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even get a turn. Damn.
What do you mean turn?
I
Don't you
wanted to
find it
turn
weird?
it in.
That was...
Don't you find it weird how we all just take our we go one at a time over the course of like 6 seconds?
This is how battles are done. Stop talking like a madman. This is how we do it.
Well,
I mean, it is happening at the same time. What are you talking about? 6 seconds.
it seemed strange to me that they had that same glow of light. That is not common with the dead.
Interesting, to be sure.
Well, it's a dead person. That's not too interesting.
Well, should we see what they were guarding?
Mm-hmm.
Anything to do?
Ta-da! Opens the door. You see more of them down
Ah. Oh, damn. Look. I may get a turn this time, guys.
They look friendly.
I mean, they didn't bother us before, so...
That's kind of weird how they're positioned, though. That's kind of...
What are you saying? It's sus?
sus as
I
fuck.
mean, actually it is. I mean, if you let me go forward, Brock, I could just throw a spell at them and probably be done with them. Fireball, anyone?
By all means, go ahead.
But here's my question: do I see this table with stuff on it?
there is a there is a table with a multitude of scrolls there, and there are 3 bookcases behind it.
Ooh.
Okay. Maybe not.
You don't know
I'm
that,
just-
though.
I'm just watching out for you. I know how you like these things.
Well,
They don't seem that overly tough. I think if we're just smart about it, we'll be fine.
Yes.
So Rock's gonna go ahead and move his way down.
Go ahead, Rock.
As you
Go ahead,
move
Theo.
here, each of them pulls up their weapons in a prepared stance.
Boys, can you just stand down? I don't want to hurt you. You seem like nice enough dudes. No?
None of them
I'd like to
respond to you.
move up here and hold the blade up, shining, and I guess I can make the radius extend a little bit as well, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
But it has a dark side too. The blade has a dark side too. You know that, right?
Yeah. You can be your angel or your devil.
Yeah.
He's gonna hold it up, and the light kind of extends further. Daryl just kind of like turns back to you, and you just see him like lip, like, that's so cool.
He wants.
but,
Yours could do the same thing.
He wants the sunblade.
But as Torios, as you raise the blade and the light kind of extends, un momento, por favor.
He deafened us.
Muted and deafened.
It was hilarious because I was like, he deafened us. I was like, oh.
I mean, there's only 4 more, and that looks like a waste of time over there, but we can always go over there as well.
Oh. We try and communicate with them. Their souls are still bound to their bodies. They're doing a duty that they signed up for. Perhaps with the light on their side, maybe they could be our allies in this dark place, or maybe they'll attack. But perhaps we could try without swinging our weapons at them. Do you mind if I step past you, Rock?
I'll let it pass. I'll keep my shield up to defend myself, but I won't be threatening.
Yeah, I just like holding the blade up, but not in a like over my head, but not like I'm gonna swing it.
Use it as a torch, basically.
Step like in between them. Maybe I get double skewered, or not.
They do not readily attack. They still have their weapons at the ready, or they do not strike.
I'm gonna try and ask in Celestial. What is your purpose here?
I hear this.
Each of you hear this kind of chiming, kind of emanating from Torios. As you see him kind of like lift up and kind of speak forward, and it's a lot of focus on your throat and kind of like making these more nasally sounds coming out. And Elena, you do hear it, and it does catch you off guard, so you do not hear this spoken very often. Torios, they do not respond. They do not shift in posture or seem to have taken any notice of the words that you have spoken.
I'm gonna respond in Celestial to Torios. That was a good try.
to take another step past them. See if it. I agree.
None of them move.
Why don't we just go past them? They're not moving.
Doop.
This one shifts to move into your way.
Oh, okay. They're guarding that. Alright.
Look at the Covenant.
I'm gonna try and ask in common. What is it you're guarding?
The two stairs of the undead forms, weapons brandished towards you, do not drift away from you. They continue to pierce into you, but they do not respond.
Rock's gonna step up too. Not attack, just step up.
And sorry, what's over here?
There is a what appears to be a crypt, or I should say, a entombment spot. Can't think of the proper word for it. It's not a sarcophagus, but
Tomb? A tomb?
it would be a tomb.
I'm gonna step towards the tomb.
Okay. As you do, this one shifts and moves into your way. This one shifts and moves back.
Alright.
The weapons are pointed at you, as opposed to where they're just at the ready. They're not striking at you, but they are definitely shifted into a stance as easily recognizable as if you were to proceed any further, then you would be probably attacked.
Hey, Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Move right there. I want to see something.
Take a step over this way.
Before you can continue any further, this one and proceed.
Aha. Okay.
So we're gonna have to.
Seems like it. Before y'all do anything, I have an idea that I would like to brush on you guys. What if I use my Eternal Divinity to turn undead? You think that would work?
Might?
What do y'all two think?
I'm just trying to think of, like, is there any other way we could try to communicate with these creatures? I do have a way, kind of, maybe.
Test it out.
I would additionally say, you can see further down here, there is an intact tomb, and there appears to be a shattered one here as well, and that there's a double set of doors at the very end of this. You can see everything in here is covered with a hefty, between Torius and everyone else in here, there's a hefty layer of dust over everything in here. Nothing has been tread here or moved in some time.
Joseph,
Mm,
may I use my Awaken Mind feature to connect with this man, or at least attempt to, and ask him,
1 second.
what is he guarding, why is he guarding it, and if there is some way we could pass without conflict.
Well, last time you turned off fucking PC.
Okay, I've muted Heather for now. It's more amusing. Okay. I do not speak or respond into paragraphs, so if you wish to say something, you may tell me something that you wish to say.
Okay.
So using the Awaken Mind feature, he will reach out towards this thing's consciousness, assuming that it is there, and he'll say, "We do not wish conflict. We know you are upholding your deal, your bargain. But what is this bargain that you have struck? Is there some way we can alleviate you from it so we do not have to fight you? We do not wish conflict."
You're back echoing your mind. Be gone. What is here does not concern you.
And again, we will reach out. It unfortunately does. The current owner of this castle has trapped us here. And we need meet with him in order to continue.
He care not of your petty squabbles. Resolve them on your own.
Are you part of an order?
There is a significant pause. And definitely exasperation that can be heard within the, even though it is mental, there you can hear the exasperation. Yes. You do not belong here. We are not mindless. We know you have slain those outside.
Yeah. I didn't want to. But
Empty words.
probably. They don't like us, guys.
Oh, we tried.
They're part of some order. They want us to leave. They wouldn't tell me. They won't talk to me. They're pissed that we killed the two up front.
Can I make a religion check to see if I know anything about like a holy undead thing?
Their armor is probably fairly unique.
Yeah.
I'll give you a religion check.
Mm-hmm.
18.
Generally, instances of undeath are the anathema of holy orders. You don't know of any in the circles that you've delved in or moved along. However, you've heard of some before, though never with any of the deities that you've associated with. Are there occurrences of it? Yes. Definitely with evil deities and such. Are there occurrences of it with good deities? Maybe? It's not fully beyond the realm of possibility.
I'm gonna look at Rock and I'm gonna say, ask if they're good or bad.
I mean, isn't that kind of relative?
I
Oh,
need
whatever,
to
yeah.
know this. I need to know this.
And then he'll look back to the undead. I'm not sure if you understood what she just said, but we're curious if you are quote unquote good or bad. I understand it is relative. Do you have a deity that you follow? Is there some sort of offering we can make to make this a little bit better?
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Ooh.
Yay! I'm trying. Persuasion at disadvantage. Rolling it. I'm using my inspiration on that one. My
Oh
favorite
no.
inspiration.
Okay.
Flash of genius on that as well.
Okay. What was it, 10?
10.
It's a long, drawn-out sigh. The figure does not move, but even its desiccated form still sighs with all that you would expect it would. We are holy devotees of Bahamut. Be gone. Whatever quarrel with whom you have is not here. To tread further would only desecrate what is here. We will remove you as we have removed those who have come before.
Why did the name Bahamut?
The Telfathel clan were knighthoods of Bahamut.
The Fathel? I can't read elf.
I'm half
None
elf.
of this was said out loud.
Yeah, it's straight to me.
Oh,
It's just meant he is using telepathy.
sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, my bad.
Telfathel?
Falafel?
Yes.
Falafel.
I don't even know how to.
Dude, I can't speak elf. I have a fat tongue and a dumb brain.
Yes.
Falafel.
Fathel. Alfathel? Elfathel. Proposal.
Hey, who were those elf people who followed Bahamut?
The Elven clan, the
Fonda Shelf?
Found it. Yes.
the Telfathel.
Health. Fell. Then to them.
Yeah.
Health fell.
Telfathel.
Talfathel.
Telfathel?
Falafel.
The only thing you hear in response is an exasperated sigh.
Boy.
Look, I'm a Hob-Goblin. I'm trying. I do not mean any disrespect.
It seems this entity is done conversing with you.
You
Ooh,
done.
the next one.
Oh no.
So, your buddy over there was telling me that you guys are Telfathel, I believe. Yes.
We have spoken. Be gone.
Oh, are you like a singular mind?
The entity is done conversing.
I don't think they like me, guys. I tried.
Would you like me to try?
You could try. They don't like me.
Okay. I'll walk up to the skeleton figure. And I'll use my telepathic thoughts to say, I am so sorry about my friend. He does not know manners, obviously. I found your book, and I promise we aren't going to desecrate this place, but we would like to look around, trying to find the owner of this house.
You speak indirect like the other. We have spoken. That one does not reside here. Seek elsewhere.
My apologies if we offended you. Would you know maybe where he went? And I'll say with a really small smile.
Are you still speaking telepathically?
Mhm.
Is ignoring you.
I'll just turn around. Well, I give up. Apparently the owner of the house is not at home.
We could try to get through one of those flesh pustule things.
Would she know the god Bahamut?
Doesn't know the god Bahamut.
I mean, you rolled an 18 earlier. Bahamut's a pretty common deity, yeah. You'd know.
He's a pretty cool dude. Doesn't afraid of anything.
Yeah, general, just
Good.
guardian of the weak. Kind of a moral upright. Yeah. There's people that do good by him, people that do bad, being overzealous, but that's with all paladins, you know.
All paladins, indeed. Bahamut's lawful good too, isn't he?
Pretty sure he is, yeah.
Lawful stupid.
Dang, I kind of wish I had Draconic.
Just because they follow Bahamut doesn't mean they speak Draconic.
I'm going
That's
to
racist.
change the color of the blade to dark.
Shit. I'm gonna back up.
I mean, out of character, I speak Draconic. It just has never come up.
As you change the color of the blade to dark, you see their armor start to wither, and that their forms seem to almost violently react. They are pulling their spears back, and they are readying to attack.
Oh shit.
Should probably stop that.
What's that?
I wouldn't do that. They don't look happy.
Are you staying right there?
Yeah, I'm staying right there, and I'm just gonna say I don't want to harm you, but you've given us no choice. We have to pass.
What language are you saying that in?
Common.
They do not respond.
They're elves. Speak Elvish.
Oh, right. I guess I would have heard the discussion around the name. Okay. I'll try again in English.
What are you saying in Elvish?
We do not wish to harm you, but we need to pass. There is no other way out of this place. Every exit is blocked. Must seek passage further in.
This one will open its mouth, and a wave of fetid dust and air will push towards you. There is no exit here. Only what remains of sacred ground. You decay us with your touch, with your light. Step further within, and we will defend it. This is in Elvish.
I'm going to, I guess, flip the blade back to light, so I'm not hurting them. Say, we have explored every passage, and the way is blocked. We will explore further, and if this does not lead us out, we will not defile anything.
There is a brief, barest instance of a nod. However, their weapons are still bared.
Alright, well, I'm going to move this way. Get stabbed.
This one lowers its weapon. This one raises its weapon.
This way.
Your light is very unsettling. This one will intercede. This one will shift.
I had said I had switched the light to light, so I wasn't hurting them. Is that? I just want to make sure you got that.
They are looking less aggressive. However, they are still interceding the way.
And down below is.
You can see from there is a shattered tomb. and you can see there is another one down here. There's another one here. Appears that people have been here before.
This is just a wall at the end.
There's a set of double doors at the end.
I don't want to hurt these guys, but like, I feel like we gotta go. I feel like we're trying to be reasonable here. Sometimes the dead are
Stubborn.
set in their ways.
But there might not actually be an exit out here because they said so. I don't think they
Would
were
you say
lying.
they're dead set in their ways?
Damn.
I will end the session early and not forget about it.
I mean, maybe we should just go back and check those stairs. I just don't want to.
Which stairs?
The passageway that you checked before?
Oh, it was blocked with the same.
Oh. Yeah, no, what I mean is we can go back up there and try and cut through it or something. With your sword. I don't know. I just was saying out of character. Don't want to get into a big fight that we don't need to.
I mean, we've stood here watching Rock stare at one of them for about a minute straight, and that was kind of awkward. And now you're all speaking a strange language. So I
I'm
am
going to
down for cutting things, whether they be fleshy walls or these undead.
I'm gonna
Or
say
if you want
in
to
the
do
back-
more magic things too.
I'm gonna say in the back of Daryl's mind. Boogity boogity boo.
Does Daryl respond?
He jumps visibly and turns around.
You okay there, Daryl?
Glaive out looking behind him. I recognize your voice.
Well, I will defer to the will of the group, but we want to try and cut our way out. By all means, we can try that first. But we may have
There
to
has to
come
be
out.
there has to be some way we can appease them. Something.
My diplomacy only knows one end, so I can be a diplomat here, but
He sounded
It
like
usually
Dr. Evil
ends-
there.
usually ends in the same way.
Time machine. Whenever we use that. Time machine.
Hey Joe, can you do this real quick?
Can I do what?
Can you do this real quick?
Now he just needs a white fluffy cat, definitely. 100%.
Okay, thank you. You appeased
Okay.
me.
Well, if we
Wait.
are gonna
Thank
fight,
you.
we need to figure it out now.
Well, Elena,
Yep.
you're a holy person. Do you not have some way to like prove that we mean no harm? Holy symbol, incense, I don't know. What do holy people do?
She's gonna look at
Sacred
you,
rites?
and then she's gonna. Shit.
Do cleric things, I don't know.
Hold on. I could do cleric things if I had I need 25 gold pieces worth.
Of warm blood?
How much does blood go for an ounce in Barovia?
You'd have to talk to one of the blood dealers.
You know what?
Like if it's a high quality half elf blood as opposed to like hobgoblin
I'll
blood.
try divination. I'm gonna try to. Yeah. I'll try divination and see if that works.
Please link the spell.
Yep.
What sacrificial offering are you providing worth 25 gold?
I got dwarven ale. Got a shit ton of dwarven ale still.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
I got 9 kegs worth still.
Yeah, well, let's go for that.
Aranea says, well, we're drinking that when we're done this. Right, Daryl?
It gets
No,
used up.
it gets used, so.
Okay, maybe not.
How many am I gonna need to dish out? They're mini kegs.
I think before you, if you want to make a sincere offering, perhaps something more beautiful. And I have a copper bracelet with some gem on it that you had said was worth around 35 gold. So I don't know. I don't remember where I pocketed
Out of
that
character.
from. But I'm
Out of
gonna
character.
offer that over
Shantaya
to.
is a picky bitch, okay?
No,
Just
over
saying.
to Elena. Sacrifice.
This is not the first time that Elena has got this spell.
Nope.
And the Dwarven Ale was sufficient last time. As Shantae is a goddess of agriculture and the creations of it, ale would be one of those creations. A copper bracelet would actually be not sufficient.
Yeah.
Okay,
those...
you're trying to contact
Yes.
your goddess. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Never mind. Sorry.
Unturd.
Yes.
Never mind.
How many kegs am I gonna need there, Joe?
3.
3 kegs.
Yep. 3 kegs stacked in a little triangle or a little pyramid. Okay, have it.
She'll ritually cast divination.
Is it a ritual?
Yes.
Beautiful. It doesn't say it is right there.
There's a R, like right beside it. If you look at my character sheet.
I'm pretty sure it is. I just want to make sure. That's a really fucking good ritual, so. Oh, yes, look at my players using good loadouts. Yes, excellent. Alright. Ask your question. Please type it out in case I need to think.
Alright.
Good little endpoint.
Hey, baby. Do you mind if I commit atrocities?
Think of your current situation, think of your immediate situation that you're in, and think of the overall situation that you're in, and what do you really want?